Are you ready?
Oh.
All right. Hello, and welcome to Happily Ever Caffeinated, the wedding video series where we get stupid hyper on coffee and talk about weddings. I'm your host, Jessie Stellick of Photo Bohemia, and this week we have our esteemed colleague, Ian Baldwin. Oh, esteemed. I would only call you that under these circumstances.
I should wear a bow tie.
You should. Of Iron and Oak Studios, a wedding and commercial video production company. And in this episode, we are going to talk about the most important part of weddings. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Lights, camera, action, check. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, so this episode is a little different this week because we're bringing it way down. We've been so happy and so hyped up on coffee, and now we're going to talk about something really depressing but wonderful and really something we've been meaning to talk about for a while. We had the pleasure of working with Ian at a wedding at the Epicurean last year, August. Yeah. And I usually blog about our weddings about a month after we shoot the weddings. And I still have not blogged about this wedding. And it is because every time I sit down to blog about it, I feel inadequate with my words. The story behind it was the couple, the bride and groom, awesome, amazing, fun couple. The bride found out that her mother had cancer and only had a couple months. And so while they had not been planning to immediately get married, at the last second they said, it means a lot to us to have mom there. And so they literally planned their entire wedding in a month. In 1 month, start to finish, found the location, found the dress, found the food, which was incredible because it was at the Epicurean. Flowers, I mean, all of the details that you could possibly want in a wedding, they did in a month. And we did our best not to just cry all day, I think was the main problem for us, was just keeping composure. And the reason I think it's so important to talk about this wedding is because so often we like pretty things. You do really good videoing pretty things. What is your favorite pretty thing? You like the shoes.
My wife.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Callie, you're welcome. That was great. What's your favorite pretty thing at a wedding? Like detail-oriented? Because you do some good detail.
I think the dress.
The dress?
I think the dress.
Yeah.
You know, when you get that really awesome dress.
Yeah.
I think it brings it together.
I'm shoes. I love shoes. I'm not a girly girl. I don't wear. I'm usually barefoot. But for some reason, I love taking pictures of amazing shoes. So, so this wedding was not about the details. It was about doing this for a very specific purpose, which is a great reminder of why we do this job. And how did you gear up for the day, knowing how heavy it was going to be? How did you mentally prepare for something like that?
Oh gosh, I'll bring plenty of tissues. How do you mentally prepare for something like that? I think you do a lot of reflecting. Like I know I did a lot of reflecting the night before, like how lucky I am to still have two parents with me and support me, and not only them, but having a wife that supports me in what I do, and the love and affection that we have. You just think about all those things rather than thinking about what happens if they're not there. And I think that's how you make it through a day like that. You think about the love of others, and that's kind of how the day went.
And did it affect how you filmed the day? Was there anything that you did differently that you would not have done otherwise, or did you let it just tell its own story?
I think, obviously you want to focus on the moments that, the bride and her mom spent together. But you also focus on the moments a lot more that the groom and the bride have together. That's something they're going to look at and, not only remember her mom, but remember each other. So I don't think you try and make it differently, but somehow your filming ends up different just because of that situation.
Yeah, because you don't want them to look back and be like, oh, this is the depressing wedding video when I was getting ready to lose my mom. Like looking at the video, like you do have those really emotional elements, but it's a party. Like it feels, the whole thing is a party the whole day. It was a great, reflective, fun party.
Yeah.
And they knew how to dance very well.
They knew how to party. They definitely knew how to party, but I think it's a celebration, you know, it's a celebration of life. You know, that's kind of a reoccurring theme.
Has it affected how you see other weddings now? Like when you're getting ready to film another wedding, instead of thinking about it's a beautiful wedding, has it made your view of weddings deeper?
Yeah, I think I've had more of a connection now with the relationships between the families and the bride and the groom. It's something a little deeper, a little more special now.
Yeah.
Not to say it wasn't special before.
He just said all of the other weddings were not special. I heard that.
Are we done yet?
You're so close to being done. Okay, but no, bringing it back serious. So I will say, we've been doing weddings for 17 years, and over the course of the years, I would say at least once a year or once every other year, we'll get a phone call from a past bride or mother of the bride who said, you know, this shot of that you got of this person is the last beautiful shot we got of them, and we'd like to blow it up for the funeral or whatever. And having that perspective, like I've never had somebody call me and say, you know, that cake picture, can I get it as a like 24 by 30 and make it big, beautiful over my mantle? Like you don't get that. And so I think that it really, we as photographers, we tend to like get wrapped up in the pretty, and we see all the pretty and it's fun and beautiful, but then to just have that memory, like hold on to the fact that we are actually historians. It's so much more than just a pretty shot. It's so much more important than that. So anything that you would like to recommend to brides when they're considering their day and they're getting lost into the details and the planning of everything? Yeah,
don't sweat the small stuff. Everything will definitely come together. You know, tip your bartenders very well, and they'll treat you very well.
Tip your bartenders is pretty much the best advice for anything in life, I think. Is there anything that you, as Mr. Professional Videographer, would like to add before we close out?
Yeah, I would say stay caffeinated, have fun, and don't sweat the small stuff.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey! Very nice. So happy they put alcohol in this.
I know, there's a good thing there's alcohol, because I wouldn't have been able to get through that.
Questions help us learn things new. Question marks are very cool, especially when you're in school. Always question when you try. You'll find who, what, where, when, why. Question marks are very fun. Let's break them